A very good evening to everyone present here. It is truly a matter of immense pride and joy for me to welcome you all to this very insightful 99th online interactive session, which is also the 74th Leadership Development Program by Corporate Mentor. I extend my heartful greetings to the esteemed honorable guest speaker for the day, Ms. Ziima Barbora ma'am, respected honorable chairman Professor BP Singh sir in absentia, honorable senior professor Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh sir, honorable director of the college Professor Dr. Mahesh Sharma sir, respected registrar Dr. R.S. Singh sir, respected faculty members and my dear fellow students. I, Ivanshi, a proud student of BBA batch 2023 to 2026 at DSPSR, feel deeply honored to stand before you today. DSPSR has always been committed to academic excellence, industry integration, and holistic student development. And today's session is another wonderful step in this direction. To commence this session on an auspicious note, let us now take part in the symbolic ritual of lighting the virtual lamp. This act represents the removal of darkness and the ushering in of wisdom and enlightenment. May this flame of knowledge guide us toward clarity, confidence, and success in the days ahead. Now, I kindly request Arun sir to play the virtual lamp lighting video.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा शुभं भवतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते
Ivanshi, you are muted.
Yashi, unmute yourself.
Sorry, sir. Okay, so it is my great honor to welcome our distinguished speaker for today, Ms. Ziima Barbora ma'am. She is the director, solo founder, and CEO of Domain Artificial Intelligence, PUSULA International Private Limited. With her far reaching vision and leadership, she has been driving innovation at the intersection of AI, cloud technology, and business transformation. Ma'am has successfully scaled her venture globally, creating impactful solutions and inspiring professionals across industries. With deep expertise in enterprise product strategy, technology modernization, and leadership in cross cultural environments, she continues to serve as a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs and leaders. Ma'am, your journey as a solo founder and technology leader is truly inspiring for all of us. You represent how determination, innovation, and resilience can create transformative impact in today's rapidly evolving world. On behalf of DSPSR, I warmly welcome you, Ms. Ziima Barbora ma'am, and we look forward to learning from your wisdom and experiences today. We are equally privileged to have as our moderator today, Mr. Shivang Chaudhary, a dedicated BBA student, batch 2023 to 2026 at DSPSR. Shivang has gained practical exposure through internships at Amanzi Technologies and SK Business Solutions, specializing in HR, recruitment, and employee engagement. His dedication and adaptability reflect the spirit of DSPSR, nurturing future leaders who are ready to take on industry challenges. On behalf of DSPSR, I warmly welcome you, Shivang, and we are delighted to have you moderate today's interactive session. Over to you, Mr. Shivang.
Yeah, sorry, I was having some internet issues. So what did I miss? I guess we have to start already. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for the warm and sheet is up. It is my privilege to welcome you, Miss Ziima Barbora, ma'am, to the 99th online interactive session. We are truly honored to have you with us today. I'm certain that your insights will make this session not only highly engaging for the students, but also enriching for everyone present here. But first, I would like to hear about your journey in your own words, please.
Hi, good evening, and thank you for having me here. So, my journey as a founder, I would say, was not even planned. Like people usually have a planned journey, what they want to do, what they want to aspire. They plan to become engineers. So, I never had that chance to plan. So, I just had this AI company, which I had registered overnight, and all the challenges I learned while during the journey, from logo making to the law to compliances to creating the research, the humanoid that we are planning for, the aerospace, everything was within the journey, and I did it all solo, all alone. And now I have a team.
Oh, sorry, my Zoom wasn't responding.
Yeah, I could make out.
Yeah. So
Yeah, which is fine, which is normal.
yeah, I'm really sorry. So
That's absolutely fine.
you talk about your journey already. I was really eager to hear that. So I'm gonna. Should I just continue?
Yes, you can. Please move ahead.
I'm sorry. To make this session more interactive and beneficial for the students, I would like to ask you some questions focused on student development and career growth.
So,
So the very first question I had in mind after ma'am sent me all your details, I just wanted to ask, what inspired you to establish PUSULA and enter the AI domain?
well, I was in completely very different industry than what I could imagine today I would be in. Well, I applied for many jobs, but then I didn't get the satisfaction that I have it here now, which is innovative, creative. And I just thought there has to be something more purposeful, more meaningful. Then I started seeking what that could be. So I had this company established in, I would say, rather 2021 during COVID. And I just gave it thought. I mean, I didn't even get a chance. It was just so overnight that I had a company registered. And from there on, my journey began. And I started researching, reading a lot, and it really kind of um, got me into a light. So I was really walking into an unknown territory, I would say, rather, which I never had any kind of education or qualification about. But then I got a lot of insights and I went within the journey.
Thank you for the insight, ma'am. So I also wanted to ask one personal question that after you established PUSLA, so before that, what you were doing, do you ever think that that would have been better if you were doing it right now, or you think that this was the best course of action that you took?
Like I said, that um, I mean, that's something very different than the field I am at right now. So there are two different industries. But yes, you do learn from everything that is around you, people around you, the creativity, the innovation, the journey, the course. I think they are not related industries, but then not that I would think that this industry is better than the other, but this just gave me more purpose, more meaningful, more meaning to my life. I started, thought about humanity. So this industry is something that really helped me get more deeper insights. Uh, I mean, PUSULA made me rather than me making PUSULA, so we go hand in hand.
All right, thank you. So one more thing, there are a lot of students in our college that aspire to start a startup. So we just wanted to know about what challenges did you face as a solo founder?
Oh, that's a great question. Everything was a challenge. When you do not come from an industry which is an engineering industry, or typically like people believe that you need to have a co-founder, which I went against. I'm a solo founder. Then they also told me you need to be an engineer to do something like this. Again, I do not come from an engineering background, but I do come from an experience. Again, they also told me this whole thing that you're building might be very, very difficult and challenging, not having a back. So even that was pretty challenging. So everything within the journey became a challenge, but then I overcame all the challenges. So I think this is all I have to say for now.
Thank you, ma'am. So one more thing, you talked about creativity before, that being in PUSLA requires creativity. So what role did creativity play in you establishing PUSLA?
Me in establishing Pusula was more about what, when, why, where. What would I like to build? First, I created Pusula, then the product. I thought over again, day and night, 24/7, 365 days a week, a year. So there was a lot of creativity involved then, now, and in the future, it will be involved. In every aspect of Pusula will be involved, from the logo making to the product, to the conception, to the development. Everything is about creativity inside Pusula.
So how did you balance innovation with practical business culture challenges with scaling globally?
Can you repeat that question because you were just breaking up?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
No,
So
that's
how
okay.
did you balance innovation with practical business challenges while scaling globally?
Well, again, scaling globally is also has a lot of factors involved in taking the business ahead, taking the product ahead, taking the idea ahead. So there are a lot of practical challenges involved. So whether you call it implementing the strategies, the processes, the compliances, every aspect matters for successful implementation of every businesses, every innovation that you're getting into this real world execution.
Yeah, so when I was in my internship, I have done two internships here.
Yeah, I didn't get your question because there was a lot of internet disconnectivity.
I'm really sorry about that. So I was just saying that I have
Yeah.
done two internships yet, and whenever I went to the high level employees, it was always about thinking out of the box. They had a lot of pressure over them all the time. They just had to be better automatically every single day. They were pushing themselves. So I just wanted to know that how did you motivate your team into thinking beyond conventional methods and constantly innovate?
They always come with a mindset where they are more involved in the academics. And I think I just let them explore first, understand the idea, the mission, the vision that they are going for. I let them explore. I let them come up with ideas. Our discussions are open with students. They can suggest. So they're equally part more than being an intern. They also have transitioning into professionals. So they are completely, I would say, they're part of the mission and vision equally as I am. And I begin the foundation stating that what they are doing in academics, they have to also kind of bridge their skills between the real world execution with AI, which will be pretty impactful in the future. And I think they also are a very curious team. They are constantly working when they're given a task, even having the challenges that they have in academics. They are working 24/7, whether it's 11 o'clock at night, whether it's 3 o'clock, whether it's 6 o'clock early morning, in their Saturdays, Sundays. So they are always available. So it's also their resilience, curiosity, and the challenges that come along that, uh, I mean, if they are not sleeping, I'm not sleeping, we are out there. So I think this also works well, I think, with the team.
Thank you for the insight, ma'am. So, my next question is that what are the myths about artificial intelligence that you would like to clear for the students, that you think that when new employees come to you, they usually have those myths?
Um, I can talk about myself when it comes to AI. So there are a lot of, I mean, AI is destructive in a way. At the same time, it is going to assist humans. There are a couple of like uh, ChatGPT and many other tools that have come, and also people think that it's going to replace their jobs. I think people have to keep upskilling themselves. Many are scared that is going to come and the jobs are going to be redundant. But I think you have to keep going faster each day. You have to know about AI. You have to upskill yourself. You have to know where the AI is heading in today's landscape. That will give you the truth and the facts. Both are two different things. You have to be balanced between the truth and the facts, which are backed by the data. That's something which everybody will have to think very analytically, very problem solving ways. People will have to kind of think more innovatively. And moreover, they have to think beyond 5 years more, 10 years more than what is happening now. What tools are coming, it's great to use, but people also need to go beyond that, beyond their academic skills. So I would say there's a lot more for the generations and, everybody, every individual in the world to cope up with if they have to catch up with the pace of AI.
So, you talked about differentiating between the truth and the facts. So, how can we differentiate between them? What is the difference? What are the examples of that?
Well, sometimes what others say it's great, it's true. But I believe when I started doing everything, I did my research, I wanted to understand realistically what we are doing, what biases are, how to go about the idea, whether we'll be able to solve it, are the challenges something that we are realistic or not about, how to mitigate risk. If you mitigate risk, it's everything, the numbers, the data that you have, even your personal practical experience in life, what you face, um, everything will play a role. Data is also very realistic. So truth can be anything, but when it comes to facts, you need to have a backing there.
So, I was asking how important do you think networking and mentorship is in your entrepreneurial journey?
To be very true, I never thought about that I really need to go and network and meet people and go to events and personally, go and have a look and network with people in conferences. Personally, I never thought that way. But I think in a way, it does play a role for people to know what is happening around the world. You need to meet people. We are social humans. Human beings are very social. So they have to go, they have to meet. They should know what's happening, exploring in the world, what is coming up, what are the new technologies. When you meet new people, you also come to brainstorm together, probably your team, which aligns with you tomorrow. So they become your network too. So that is very, very, very important. But I would also say it doesn't matter how big network you have or how small you have. What matters is if are those people, amount of people aligning with your mission and vision? Are they the right people?
So one more personal question I had, which I ask in every single meeting I host, it's related to networking only. So basically, like for example, on LinkedIn, as a student, when I'm sending connections to someone or when I'm making a connection, how do you think as a student with the worth I have right now, can I make two-way connections with them? Because just sending them a connection isn't a connection at all. How is it that I can add value for them?
See, it depends what you're looking at, what you are going for. So when I meet people, just sending a connection on LinkedIn or anything may not say that it will work perfectly. We don't know what is going to work for you or what is going to work for me. They are totally very different and very realistic. And I also think I am a very, 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 very intuitive person as well while being analytical. So I think intuition also plays a big role when you interact with people on a personal level, one-on-one, apart from the requests, the phone calls, or WhatsApp. When you are in different geographical areas that are fair enough, fine. But I also like to have one-on-one over a call with people, talk to my team members, even before hiring, onboarding with them. I have one-on-one with them, even after having the experts who also have them mentoring them. So I make sure that I have one-on-one with them. And even the challenges that they are meeting, any roadblocks they have, are they comfortable in the company? So we have a very dynamic policy. So this is also part of the culture of having one-on-one with people.
So, like you said, you almost try to interact with all the employees one on one. You try to take their interviews. So,
I
what
typically don't take interviews.
you don't take interviews, all right. So, I
No,
was
not
saying,
at all.
is there something specific you look for an employee's personality in specific areas?
See, everybody is very different. If I go to see the students I have in my team and the experts who are coming now onboarding, everybody has a very different personality, each to its own. So all I want them to is be more resilient, take feedbacks positively, overcome challenges. Everybody meets different challenges each day. Uh, each department has different challenges to meet. Um, and I think that the personality I look at is, I mean, it's very difficult to say that way to gauge, but everything in common are aligned in this mission. That is something that we see, the vision that we are going for. So before this is little before they even get enrolled or come inside the company or they join us, it's very difficult for them to understand because the vision is very, very large. But once they get in, they do get what we are making, what we are developing. So I think the one thing that really matters is how much they align in the mission and vision, and each have different personalities, so we all are aligned because of this mission and vision that we are going for.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, what strategies did you had that helped you expand your company's global footprint?
I mean, the strategies, I never had strategies. I just went with the challenges. That was the only strategy I had. I never got a chance to have any strategy. from making the logo, from creating the content, to working from a room, doing the research, doing it all alone. I never had a strategy. You will have a strategy when you have a plan. I never had a plan. I think uh, I never got a chance to even think that I'll have a company. This is the amount I need. This is how I need to go by. This is the education I need to do. This is the qualification I need. These are the certifications. I need a co-founder. I never had a thought. All I knew is I'm going against the trend. So that is the only thing I knew. And I'm just going by my intuition, I would say. And what comes by just taking those challenges.
Wow, that is a very positive answer. So I also wanted to ask that, ma'am, can you tell us about the innovation at PUSULA that you are especially proud of? Any project or any client that you have dealt with?
So
That you
currently, I won't speak in depth, but I will give you an overview. We are currently making an AI-powered humanoid for civil to defense, which will be integrated with software and hardware together. And it will be for I would say from civil to defense, as I said, and yeah, something that is seen to be unleashed for India and other countries. I think every Indian citizen will be proud of it when it is developed. It will be one of the most challenging developments.
I would love to hear about that, but we have to continue. Or
Okay.
I would just constantly ask questions about that one thing. It has really got my attention now. So
Okay.
you said that you never really had a plan. So did you ever had to face any specific failure that you think you could have done better if you planned beforehand?
I mean, again, when you say if I could do something better, I think if I had everything very differently. Since my childhood to here, I was very unconventional. I was less into academics, more into sports, more into, I think life always had a different plan for me. We always have a plan, of course, but we also see that sometimes uh, your plans may not work the way you would want it to work. And sometimes life will just hold you and just put you where you would have never thought. And I have come to a very, very unknown segment, which I never planned. And so I can never say that I would regret anything and say I would do something differently. If I would have, probably I wouldn't have been here.
Thank you for the insight, ma'am. So one more question that the students had, especially, it was that how do you see Gen Z professionals contributing differently to AI industry compared to older generations? Is it better or worse?
I love working with them. Trust me, I love working with them because when I was working alone here and I was doing my research, the students were my team. They came along with more students, and I just had them besides me working with them. They're full of curiosity. They want to learn, they want to pace up, they want to keep experimenting, they want to come up with solutions, they want to learn, they want to grow. And they are they want to be prepared for the risk for tomorrow and the challenges which I tell them will have to be mitigated. But yes, I see them pretty having a lot of I would say, I can't call it strength. There's something that just pulls them towards these things, and they just want to go out there and take on the world, which is pretty inspiring as well, working with them at the same time.
So what are the most critical skills students should focus on right now to stay relevant at this point in time?
Students, I mean, they should try and bridge between the academics and the real world execution, practical work. So if they can bridge that, I think it would be great for them to. They should be. I would say the academics, by the time they finish 3 to 4 years and then they are experiencing the real world, again, they meet the challenges. And then, after a stage, the fear that they have would go away. I think they should start balancing between the academics and their professional. And they should be not treated as interns. Actually, I do not like the word intern. I tell them, you're not an intern in my company, you're a professional. I want you to be as professional, go out there, speak your mind, speak what you feel, come up with solution, think out of the box. Don't treat yourself as interns. So I think I just want them to be equally as good as uh, any experienced professionals out when once they are out of their college. I think that will save a lot of time for them.
Thank you, ma'am. So, how do you balance technical expertise and with leadership and communication skills in your role?
I balance a lot of things all together in my role, from research to sitting with the hardware, from AI division to business development. I also sit with the finance. So I juggle between a lot of divisions that we are creating right now, from hiring uh, to updates. So I do a lot of things and I juggle between a lot of multitasking along with the support of the experts and the students, because we all think the mission that we are going for is pretty critical, so we go very meticulously on that. They do kind of look up to that we don't make much errors here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Zima, how big is your team?
So we are 15 as of now, and we are planning to take more students on board.
Okay. And how do you precisely make money? What do you do in AI space so that you get money in your account?
So right now I've been funding on my own so far. So we
Okay.
are just 2 steps ahead. We
You're
have
bleeding.
0 debts, 0 loans. I've not taken any fund from my parents, no family, no friends. And I burnt my personal, I won't say burnt, I put each and penny of my bank
Invested.
account
Invested.
mostly invested in my company. Yeah. So now we'll be going for, um, see, AI consulting is great, but AI execution might be one of the most difficult things. Developing something innovatively is the most, I would say it's a hurricane task. So here we are developing a humanoid, and here we'll be penetrating the market with AI solutions. And on the other
So,
end, I'm planning for
so,
aerospace.
so let us say tomorrow your organization, God willing, becomes 500 people organization or 600 people organization. What would
Yes,
it be doing so that you can pay salary to 600 people and plus also have your own profits?
there will be a lot to do, a lot of
No,
revenue
what would you be
generation.
doing? I mean, that's what I want to understand actually in the AI space.
Right now, I cannot say much because of
It is
discretion of the
confidential
company. Yes,
and you
discretion of
don't
the
plan.
company. I will have to maintain that. But yeah, people who are inside the team, they definitely know what we are going for.
Are you going to get some disruption in the society or Indian market like Paytm, Ola,
No,
Uber,
I can. If I
Zomato?
get into that space, I can help. So as I said, we are going for a AI-powered humanoid, and secondly, aerospace. So those are the two domain which I truly believe have infinite
Possibilities.
opportunities. Yes, yes, a lot. And of course, in every field, I would say from your finance, education, there's a lot of scope for AI. But it depends who wants to go for which field, who is choosing which domain. It is very important to how closely they want to be meaningful, balancing profit. They have to be meaningful as well. They have to see beyond numbers.
You
They
see,
shouldn't be forced to look into
one of the
numbers.
things in AI product development, which is a business barrier, is that this business requires humongous amount of investment because there are so many sciences involved in it. Machine learning is involved, data science is involved, programming languages are involved. You need to have best professionals, and then your databases are involved, then retrievals and all those things are there.
Yes, it is.
So
I agree.
for making AI tools like Gemini or ChatGPT or your chatbots, people have invested crores and crores of rupees. Then they were able to do something meaningful. And still, there are a lot of organizations which are using chatbots, but they are not that effective because the moment chatbot doesn't have an answer, they start giving standard answers. Correct. And
Correct.
company marketing team on the one side is promoting very heavily those chatbots that join us on WhatsApp group, post us a query, and then we will solve those queries. But the moment you send one complex query, chatbot goes dush. Correct.
Yes.
And
That's-
so so
I
this
do
is a,
understand what you're saying. I get
yeah.
it.
So this is a big game, very big game.
Yes,
So
it is.
and the industry which you are targeting, which is aerospace, and you are a startup, to say startup in the sense, not in the sense that from timing perspective, but from the team size perspective. And obviously, when capital funding is not involved or VC funding is not involved, how much money can somebody invest is also a, a, a point of, there's a limit to it, correct? Because everybody expects when you work for 8 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, you invest your money also, you expect returns also, correct?
Yeah.
But to get the desired returns, you will need huge investments.
It
So
also needs patience. It also needs resilience. It also needs the mindset. It also needs the
aerospace is a
strength
very big
and the
industry.
courage. It is.
Aerospace is very big,
Yes.
and it's a very ambitious target to target aerospace industry on AI space,
Yes.
where you have the likes of NASA, Boeing,
Yes.
Airbus, right? And their
I think
ancillaries, Lockheed
if Henry
Martin.
Ford would have thought like that, then if they would have asked customers, they would, like he said, they would have asked for better horses. Now, if other industries would have thought, oh, you know what, Ford is there, we should not get in. If people would have thought, oh, somebody better than us is there, we should not get in. Then how would you even go for a startup? People will not think about innovating. People will not think about creating something new. How will the civilization progress? There has to be certain, even if it is minority, it adds on for the civilization to head on, go for what their ambitions are for. And it's for humanity, not only for yourself. So you have to also think very purposefully, meaningfully. Of course, there are challenges, but if we keep looking at challenges, we will stop. We will just stop innovating. We'll not think about taking on big risks. You have to take risks.
That's a
That's why
that's a
innovation.
that's a Parsi businesswoman talking actually.
Well, I just think innovation is like magic. You can do. I didn't know that I'm going to be here. And I didn't know I'll come so far alone. Today I'm here and I'm building up the team. I'm with people with whom I didn't even know who's going to join me, what kind of people are going to meet, what my journey is going to be. It was totally unknown. So I think if I would have feared all the things that are coming my way, I would have just dropped it. I also said, okay, it's just going to take me 6 months. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe a lot will happen in 6 months. It will just be very easy. But I didn't say I'll keep going on. It just kept me going on. This company, the research, the innovation, the what we are building, it just kept me keep going on into the world that I'm thinking of.
I really admire your courage and ambition, because uh, there are fixed costs and variable costs, both standard in business, and putting your investments into that business and dreaming big like Henry Ford is very ambitious. I think Shivan today is totally flat and impressed. He has decided today that he will join your organization only after his graduation.
Also, even I think, see, it's not about living forever. It's to make something that lives forever, because there are many more people, the next generation, even beyond us. There will be people There'll be more next generation after generation. So it's for them. I think we need to see beyond next 1, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, hence for 10 years. Founders need to, people who are innovating have to go with that kind of a thought mindset. They have to start simulating before even having to think about how customers will think. I've made that and I want to take it to customers. They have to think, if they are customers, what would be the feeling? Are they okay giving them that experience? Marketing is great to make something a brand. Is the feeling, the service, the product that you're making, the quality, ethics, compliances, a lot comes in play and role. I think it has to be very, 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 very meticulous. And each company and founders have a different journey. Nobody can say what's going to work for them is going to work for me, or what works for me is going to work for them. So I can never comment on others, how they work and what their ethics are. We are with ethics, with compliances. The team is nurtured. I look that students are taken care of. There's a thin line between the experts and the students. So there's a lot to think 24/7, 365 days a year.
See, and also I have one more doubt. It's my self-doubt. It's not related to your business. Humanoid AI is, if I understand something correctly, is an artificial intelligence program which learns by experience, and you don't have to go for continuous development or enhancement. The experience itself makes it richer and richer, and at one point in time, that experience accumulates so much that
Yes.
that it starts operating on its own. Like
Yes.
something like Rajnikant's movie Robot, where he had Chitti, something like that. Now, for B2C kind of industries, or when you have to handle millions of customers or healthcare, this looks seemingly useful. But for aerospace, there is a big disconnect between being a humanoid artificial intelligence program and in aerospace industry, where in aviation industry. There is a big disconnect between what you are doing and what the industry requires.
As technology progresses, there will be no disconnect.
Okay.
Yes.
So you'll bridge the gap. So your name will be written in golden letters in the history of the world. Ziima Barbora
Well,
actually
I don't know
bridged the
about
gap.
that, but definitely it's something I want to do.
No,
And it
why
is
not?
still,
Why not?
it was again, not a plan, but it's just the intuition that speaks.
Okay. And if you could share with us or with the forum your background, your complete education and experience before you jumped into AI, that would help people at least chart a route for themselves if they also have some chance to be like Ziima Barbora.
Yes, of course. Like I said, I was not conventionally into studies as such. So I did my 10th, 12th. I did Japanese, German languages, and I was more into sports more than being into academics. Then I happened to do some jobs in between. And
They were IT
then
jobs?
no, they were not IT jobs at all.
Oh, okay.
No, they were
Okay.
not IT jobs at all. They were just some odd jobs that I did do. I think that also gave me some insights, not completely. Then I came to Bombay and I was more into modeling and acting. And it happened in 2021. I had this AI journey. So I've come
Okay.
from all different backgrounds of
Why
life.
why AI? Why AI? Of all the things in the world, why not modeling, or why not going into movies, or why not having an advertising
Like
agency?
I
Or
said, I never had a choice. It just got me.
Achha, it just struck you.
It didn't struck me. It was just, I'm talking to you now at night. I just have my company, it's registered the next day. And now you just have to go with it. And everything was why. I had my how. Then it came to what. And why was always there. So like I
Hmm.
said, the landscape of AI and humanity was something which I thought being more purposeful and meaningful. So when it comes to money, like you were mentioning, we founders like us, we are the last ones to get paid, or it's always the people who work for you. You have to think about them. You have to think about your finances, like you said, revenue generation, and then the employees who are getting paid, or the interns who want to come for some motivation or stipends. But nobody thinks about the founder. They go with more challenges. I think they go with, I'm a person who's going with zero funding, like I said. But again, it does bring the next generation or the people like Gen Z, you all call, it's an insight to them. It's an insight to them that something like this can be built in a place like India. Why not? When we have minds, so many minds, great researchers, great scientists, great engineering students. I mean, I'm talking about individual personalities coming from different culture, walks of life. I think we have more resources around us than we feel we don't have.
Your story matches with Narayana Murthy. One day he resigned and came home and told his wife that he is going to start his own software company. And all he had was 10,000 rupees. That also got finished. And then he had
That,
to sell his wife's jewelry.
but
That
at
also
least
got
I had a
finished.
support. I didn't have a support to say I need money.
Yeah. So suppose today, let us say Dhyan Chauhan comes in and says that I will invest 100 crores in your company or 50 crores in your company. And this is the direction I want your AI to take. And this is my thought that instead of buying an AI company, you develop the AI software for me and say you take 1 year, 1.5 year, or 2 years, whatever is the incubation period. Would you be open to that idea?
Of giving away my company?
No, 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 not at all. You'll be the owner of the company. I'll be investing, but I will change the direction of your AI.
No,
I will
why?
I will ask you to go to recession-proof sectors like healthcare, your
No,
food and
no, no.
beverages.
Yeah, of course, we have a division which will be going towards the other sectors. But my humanoid and aerospace, which is
Humanoid
my
only. I'm talking
own,
of humanoid only. But
yeah.
aerospace. Let us say
If you
I
take
don't
out
really.
the core of, if you take out the core of the humanoid, it won't be what it is. It will never become PUSULA.
No,
It
no.
will
I'm
not
talking of
be.
humanoid only. But I'm
It
talking of
will go
healthcare.
to a lot of domains. It will go to a lot of customized domains.
Okay.
It may be an ecosystem of its own. You never know.
You like flying a plane?
Sorry.
You like flying a plane?
I would love to fly a plane if I get a chance and
And that's
learn,
why
get
aerospace. And
certification.
that's why
That
aerospace,
is,
right?
no, my uncle was in the Air Force.
Okay.
That also comes from there. And I think it is something, it's very, I'm very
Exciting.
curious about the space, the sky, the limits. I mean, that also intrigues me when I see.
Okay.
It's always what
I
can be done, what next, what next, what can be more. Okay, they have this. Okay, what can
these
be
are
done?
see from our experience, these are uh, standard attributes of any entrepreneur that they don't like being settled down. They they always love to be in blue ocean, right? And you are oozing out of it, out of those attributes. I mean, you can make it out in 5 minutes that you are the pot is full and it's coming out. That unsettling thing, that excitement to do something new, that excitement to create something, that excitement to make a difference, that excitement to be in your own control, and things like that.
Yeah, but it's not, you'll have your own lows too. You will be pushed to the edge and the dark, and then you will
That
have to get
happens in
out of
jobs.
your hole.
That happens in jobs also.
Yeah.
That
So
happens
that
with
is
life.
something.
Even if you are not an entrepreneur, you are not in the job, you are living a simple life of a farmer, still will be pushed to low. That happens
Yeah.
naturally with everything. But the attributes which come naturally for a entrepreneur, you are actually a living example of that. So now it is 6:50 p.m. I would
Yes.
request the uh, host or the leader of the session to open the forum for general questions. Arun Pandey, please unmute everybody so that if anybody has any question, they can ask Zima.
Yeah, sir.
And-
I'm nowhere near
and-
finished.
Yeah, and let me tell you beforehand to everybody, there was only one position Zima had for intern, and that Shivang has taken already.
Oh,
So
thank you.
no vacancy. Any questions from the audience, please?
Sir, I am going to ask.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So, ma'am, I just wanted to ask that you have this AI-based company.
Yes.
Where is all this incredible amount of data coming from that to accurate, and where are these algorithms coming from that are constantly evolving? Is it just some guy who is ignoring calls from his house for a year straight, or is it depending on some third party AI? What is going on? Because we have a lot to learn here.
We will not be using anything open source or APIs or anything. So it is something that we feel needs to be done from the scratch, and from designing to technicalities. So we are still in the research mode. We are still discussing, we are still brainstorming, because definitely we want to work very meticulously. Like you all will be hearing this whole word patent for your design, for everything that you do in technical industry. See, technically, like I said, I do not have a certification, but what I hear is something I always believe in working from the ground up. Each and every department is doing their own research. But yeah, there's something which we'll be doing from whether it is hardware, whether it's the specifications, whether it's the design, we all are working from the scratch.
So, one more thing. Like a little time ago, the most interesting thing about AI was its generative content, especially Ghibli art. So, what do you think is going to be the next big thing in the short term and the long term?
Nobody can say what is going to come. The next person who makes a very destructive, innovative, we never knew OpenAI is going to come this way. So nobody can say who is going to get the next short-term or the long-term destructive, impactful innovation, which we all will call a trend again, because there's somebody else who's going to copy and make it, or figure out the less effective, cost-effective. So we cannot say which technology, because every technology is evolving in AI each time. Even if you call robotics, if you call any AI technology that you want to name today. But somebody does bring that up. So Facebook is already made, Tesla is made, Steve Jobs made, Apple.
Shivang, I think we should allow others also to ask questions. Time is running out. You are hijacking the whole session and becoming Zima's favorite.
Yeah.
Too fast, too soon. As she said, have patience.
Yeah, just Dhyan sir, you just come with such a good vibe. I just get so much into it whenever you are asking questions.
Okay. Arun, first of all, please confirm if everybody can unmute their mic and ask questions. Is Arun there?
Now, sir, forum is open for all, sir. Sir, unmute yourself. All may be muted, sir. Once I open the forum for all, na, sir.
Okay, I'm unmuted. So audience, please, if anyone has any questions, we have a couple of minutes.
I have one question, and I must congratulate the zeal, enthusiasm, confidence, and everything that you have, to display, which you have in Dhyan is not an easy person to say anybody good things, So if he has said good things about you, that means you really have that. So what kind of qualities you would like to have in an intern?
Nothing. See, I had a student who was, she was weaker than others, but giving an opportunity is very important. So I'm not specifying that they must have this kind of quality. They must be skilled in whatever they do. in their domain or the division that they select. They just have to be good in what they do. And they have to think out of the box, of course. They can come up with suggestions. Sometimes they may not be the personality before entering the company, but they become one after being with us. So that also is quite helpful because every person is very supportive in our company to help the team. We, of course, they have to be very excited, curious, creative. They can come with their own skills in different divisions, the way they feel suitable and comfortable. So we are open to all kind of personalities in our company because it's a dynamic, innovative AI ecosystem that we are creating. So everybody will be from different walks of life. So I welcome everybody. So yeah, I'm very excited to work with new people.
So that's great. Good to hear that.
Yeah.
And the kind of humanoid that you're making, it was really very exciting to know that how you are planning for that and so much of passion that you have to make it happen.
Yes, I really want to develop this and take this out in the world for humanity and people. There are many more causes that it goes for, of course. So some of the causes can also be old age homes, single parent, can be for HNIs, can be for patrolling, can be for civil security. So there are many more cases that real life use cases that we are looking into right now.
Okay, so many things would come out from this, huh?
It's just tip of the iceberg.
Then it is just tip of the iceberg.
Correct. I heard that.
So yeah.
Yeah, others may continue.
Professor Mahesh, who is the director of DSPSR, is also from a thorough IT background. If he has any question, that will be very enriching for all of us to hear.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, Professor Mahesh.
Good evening, the speaker, keynote speaker for this evening.
Ziima Barbora.
Sir, actually unable to see properly. You can see I'm driving
No
right now.
problem, no problem. Her name is Ziima. Ziima.
You ask the question. You ask the question if you have any. Since it belongs to your area.
Ms. Zima, will you please let us know about the future of all the programmers, computer programmers, in coming 5 years?
So you want to, okay. So there's a whole lot
in this
of
era,
this
in this era of AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah, please.
So there are a lot like chip developers, AI researchers, neuroscientists. There's a whole list that I have, but I can't talk more. I can reveal much in length because of being the secrecy of the company and discreet. But we do have space for a lot of people to upskill and be part of this mission and vision.
No. Zima, I think Professor Mahesh is asking, how do you see the future of computer programmers with AI coming up prolifically in the industry? So it's a generic industry question.
Yeah, so I think many are saying that it will start coding on its own. Is that your question? So there'll be no jobs for engineers. Is that what he's looking into?
Yeah, I think his question is coming from that context only, that what would be the future of programmers in the age of AI if AI is making the programs?
So as they say that it will be redundant, but I think the way we are working, we are welcoming engineers and, we want this to be done from the scratch with them. For me, it doesn't look like a threat for now, but they do say that there won't be much work for engineers in the future. But I don't think that will be a threat. Because development somewhere where creativity comes in some areas of engineering comes, it shouldn't be much of a threat.
So I think for routine jobs, they would not exist. Only those who can innovate, think out of the box, and create something new. Only those people would be in demand rather than just writing standard codes.
So like if you go to see when it was NVIDIA was making and then CUDA happened and the image recognition happened, there were engineers who were doing this. And they are also having engineers who are working in their own companies to develop OpenAI chips and everything. Even Amazon has employees and people who are working for them. I'm sure there are a lot of engineers working to develop the next generation of innovation. So there is space for people. I am sure there will be many more spaces where people can upskill them as engineers as well.
Yeah, I think now the time is also 7:01. So if there is no other question, then we can move for the vote of thanks side. It was really very enriching and inspiring session. I think many of them would love to become entrepreneurs or have their own startups. I think so.
Yeah, they should. I think so. If that's something they really want to do, I think they should go ahead with the resilience.
Good, Shivang, you can move for the next level.
अरे महाराज फोन तो अनम्यूट कर लो.
Sorry, sir. Okay, Ivanshi, you can start now.
Who is giving vote of thanks?
Sir, me.
तो बोलना पड़ेगा क्या, इवांशी?
Okay, sir. We are truly grateful for the presence of our distinguished speaker, Miss Ziima Barbora, ma'am. Your valuable insights and contributions have made this session highly meaningful for all of us. On behalf of DSPSR, I sincerely thank you, ma'am, for sharing your time and knowledge with us, and Shivang for moderating the session so gracefully. My gratitude also goes to our respected dignitaries, faculty members, and my fellow students for making this event a success. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening ahead.
Thank you, Zima. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
over.
Thank you so much. Thank you.